welcome to the Issue Crew. It's the show where we all have issues, both with our lives and with each other. I am your host, Riely, of course, joined with a wacky cast of characters as usual. Demigloom!
I'm actually here with a decent microphone this time. Hello, everybody.
Holy shit, it's been way too long. Captain Black Bread!
Hot off the heels of last episode, I don't know if I can be as funny as what happened at the end of last episode. Please go listen to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to get that funny on purpose. It's really only something you could stumble into. Warficus is also
Yo.
here.
What up? I'm
His
Warficus.
favorite ficus.
Not a
The
ficus.
number one ficus.
Real boy.
I'm a real boy. Folks, there were issues last week. I'm going to tell you which one of them won. And the answer is none of them, which means it's up to Demigloom. She gets to decide. She is the arbiter of our fate.
I did listen. I did actually listen to the whole episode. So
Oh no. You have opinions.
So to remind you and the audience, the issues were when your computer breaks, hurricane weather weapons, the war on light bulbs, and dumbass coworkers. So Demigloom, what do you think is the largest issue in the galaxy this week?
I'm extremely biased. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with when your computer breaks, just because I've
I'm on a
experienced
hot
that
streak,
so many
boys.
times.
You can't keep letting him get away with this.
I didn't want Riely to win, guys. I'm sorry.
They're taking away the light bulbs.
You knew whose problem it was and you still gave it to him.
Yep.
You have to be honest. This is the
I do have to be honest.
integrity and journalism or whatever the
There's
fuck.
no
Journalistic
Some gay
integrity.
shit like that.
There's no such thing. The way people report on the weather, let you know there's no such thing.
How many reporters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How many reporters have died in the hurricanes? Because you know how they're like, all right, well, we're out here in this hurricane. They always
It's all
chuck the
I'm
reporters
pretty
out
sure
there. They
it's
get
all
blown
green
around.
screens at this point. Let's be real. They're not putting their lives on the line. There's tech for that.
No, I mean like there
What do you
has
mean?
to
Did they have
be
like a force field around them?
There has to be like a non-zero number of people that have been like actually blown away by the hurricane.
Well, the fact I haven't heard about it, and I don't think any of you guys have heard about it, means it probably hasn't happened. They just put a camera out there, and then they set it to like stream to them, and then they green screen it. It's not like a crazy hard thing to do.
Okay, so what they?
I feel like it would be very, very easy to tell if it was green screened, though.
Is it?
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, especially since they've been doing that shit for like so many years at this point. It's like, what are they gonna do? Mock a hurricane with a giant fan in a warehouse somewhere? Because like that's stupid. Just put them in the hurricane. It's the same amount of winds, the same amount of
Right, but then you
risk,
get a whole
really.
bunch of like liability there. I don't know. It just seems like a risk you could just tech out at.
I'm sure they have a
contract.
I'm sure they have a contract that makes it technically legally consensual. I mean, there's
they
literally
probably
there's literally a legal torture chamber where you can like go and get your face slit open. It's just because you
Ugh.
signed a
The
contract.
fuck?
A waiver. Yeah, they probably did sign a waiver to go out there. Maybe
I mean,
they're just
I
kind
don't
of.
know this. I'm not like doing any conspiracy theory shit. I just assumed they wouldn't put themselves under the liability.
No, but they do. They always throw the reporters out there, and they're just like, "Wow, this is a hurricane, all right," and they're just getting blown around like a retard.
I mean,
Well,
guess
that's the thing is, every journalist wants to be a hero too. That's like
yeah,
every
but-
journalist's dream is to be like Anderson Cooper out in the hurricane, like helping everybody, or be the one weather reporter who actually went out there to get the footage. Like that's
Well,
their
there's
dream.
always
That's
that.
why they got into that profession, is to be that kind of hero.
there's the
Not that
I'm
it's a
out
bad thing
here to try and
necessarily.
stop the hurricane.
There's always the angle
It's
of,
not
hey,
working.
Frank, go out here in this deadly storm or you're fired. Or you could get a promotion
Yeah.
if you do this one little thing for me.
Get out there and stop that hurricane with your body. And if you can't do it, you're fired.
Stop that hurricane, Frank. It's an
I'm sure
order.
it's a good, nice little mixture of journalists wanting to be heroes and that good old manufactured consent.
Yep, gotta love that shit.
Issues,
That
anyone?
good old reliable manufactured consent
Yep, never fails.
never fails. It's a foolproof plan, really.
I'm gonna assume
Demigloom,
Riely doesn't have an issue yet.
Listen, of course not. Okay, that it has to come to me naturally through the process of the program. That's how it works.
Okay, I've got one.
I think I kind of do have
I
one.
also
but
have one.
It's still cooking a little bit. We'll let Captain Blackbread go first.
Okay.
All right. So clothing companies cannot agree on like what a waist size is. They're like 36. I'm like, okay, 36 what? 36 fucking 36 okay, measurements are not in my head right now. I'm not as awake as I thought I was. But
Inches, centimeters, millimeters.
no, not quite what I meant. I was just
You mean like
thinking of
hip,
inanimate
waist?
objects to measure things with.
Gotcha.
Like for some companies, a 36-inch waist is like 36 fathoms, but other companies, 36 inches is like 32 inches, and they can't make their minds up. Like I've gone to, it's not just like a thrift store thing either. Like I always figure like, oh, they probably just wash, they probably just wash the pants and, they shrink down or whatever over time. So nothing's really the size that it is. And that's why I had to pick the bigger sizes. But you go to a grocery store, shit. Who's buying their grocery store? Fuck.
Sometimes I go to Walmart.
In Wisconsin.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. I mean, Walmart's a department store, not really a grocery store.
Walmart's a superstore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
department
super.
store. They have multiple departments. That's why. Oh, anyway.
It's just super.
Yeah, thank God I have this knowledge of what is a grocery store and what is a department store and what the differences are, but not the thing that I want to talk about, which is jeans being either too large or too small. Like, this doesn't happen with shoe sizes for the most part, but it does happen with pants. I think the pants that I normally wear, the ones that I do get brand new, I get the same brand every time because I don't like having to fucking, oh, try this pair. What are these people's ideas of what 34 inches is? And then, as it turns out, apparently every company has changed their opinion on what 34 inches is because the only pants that I order that are 34-inch waist, I don't know, I guess they must be wrong. They measure theirs differently because in everybody else I'm a 36 or I might even be a 38. Brand new. Like how is it that we're having these problems, and is it or is it not because they're all made in China?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Well, I mean, we know that like their rulers and measuring tapes are all inaccurate, right? They don't match each other.
Well, I mean, it's probably definitely because it's all made in China, but I think also like
You think there's just some Chinese kid on like the line at a sweatshop with just a broken ruler measuring it, and that's how they determine the size of the clothing?
Yeah, the kid will actually just take the broken ruler and just go step by step, moving it upward.
you know what I think it is.
It's the same kid fucking it up on all your pants.
Yeah.
His name is, they call him Inaccurate Wong.
No, what they want is you to like have their clothes first, right? And then like when you go to another brand, the clothes will feel off, even though you thought you got the same size. So you'll just go back to their brand. I mean, that's how I do it if I were, thinking in the worst possible way to handle things.
I don't know. You find the right brand and you stick with it. I feel like that's the only way. But I was just like, well, I want to get jeans half price now. Go to Ross, go to the thrift store. But the thrift store, that's where more things do come in, or more factors rather, because then you're getting pants that have been washed over and over, and they have shrank in size. So it kind of makes you feel fatter when you go to the thrift store because you're like, why do I have to get 38s now? Like I haven't gained weight, at least not around the waist.
I'm not that fat.
Well, I'm just a large person in general. Like even if I lost a fuckload of weight, like
But right, that's the thing, right? You find a brand and stick with it. Well,
yeah.
if you were a company with millions of dollars in market research and doing all those shit every other company's doing, where everything has to be like a psyche test now with marketing, yeah, you just make all the sizes different so they keep buying your product.
Oh shit, so somebody else thinks like, oh, I'm a 32, oh, I'm a 34, I'm a 30, but really they're all the same size just from different brands.
Right, and they just assume that their brand is the one that's right and that like other brands just suck.
This is a conspiracy and I like it.
Yes,
And I believe it now fully.
yeah. I mean, these companies do put shit tons of money in like market research for like, oh, we hired psychologists to figure out how to best fuck with people and get their money.
We hired a medium to talk to
Yeah, we hired a
pants.
medium to talk to the spirits of pants.
Yeah, number 7 will surprise you. Anyway, one thing I did notice was that as I was kind of moving up the racks looking for my pants, and this was just like this weekend, I noticed that it felt like the waist sizes weren't going up at all, but the pant legs were. Like I just got a couple of pairs of pants. I'm just like I don't have fat legs, but these pant legs are fucking massive. Like you could fit both my legs into one pant leg, yet it doesn't fit around my waist. Are fat pant legs coming back in style? Like is that just a thing
They are.
now?
They are, yeah.
Actually, yeah, I haven't been able to buy a pair of pant legs in my size for like ages.
I'm gonna send you a brand later, Warf, if you don't mind ordering on Amazon. It's not Amazon Basics either. They're comfy and they're actually kind of stretchy too, so you don't just tear a
not
hole in
fat,
it if you
though.
have to take an extra large step.
I'm not fat though. That's the issue.
So what is the
You don't
name
need
of
to
this
be fat.
issue? I don't think we ever established this.
Very
The very simple
shit.
thing we have where you have to have a name for the issue that you're doing.
This also makes it harder for me, the editor.
Pants.
So thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah, dude. Jeez.
Pants.
Jeez, bro.
You know
Pants.
Pant measurements.
Pants.
Yeah, pants. Just all in a fucking row. No, shit. Okay, so the summary here is clothing companies can't agree on, pant sizes. So like pants are too big or too small.
Inconsistencies.
Inconsistent pant sizes. Thank you, Riely.
Inconsistent pant sizes. There you
The
go.
tiredest of us all.
Is it inconsistent pants sizes or inconsistent pant sizes?
That's
Is
important.
pant a thing?
I'll
Is
let
it
you
pants?
pick that.
Is it the pant size or the pants
Well,
size?
it's called pants because there's two pants.
What is one
because
pant, though?
A
Is it a
pant
half?
is just a leg. Yeah.
But does one pant include like the...
Well, it's a
It
pair of
is-
pants.
It is
They-
called a pair of pants, yeah. So
Because
I understand that, but does is it just the leg part, or does it go all the way up to the
I think it's
waist?
the leg and waist. Because I remember reading this somewhere, like in medieval times, you would just buy a pant, and it was just one side.
So
Yo, let me
fucking
get a
stupid.
left pant, dog, real quick.
Hell yeah.
You only got right ones.
Well, 'cause it would
Walking
be-
around,
Oh, no,
but like half
shit.
your nuts and
You actually
like
see
half
this,
your dick
right?
and balls hanging out.
Well, you actually see that those weird medieval pants with the crotch open, where it's like, where it's just leggings, and then there's like a belt strap, and then underneath that they would have like a cloth thing, because it's just easier to make like like a linen that's fairly tough into a leg instead of going at full ham with it.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention that's why they would like wear skirts, right? They would put on their pantaloons, right? And then like,
Well,
I gotta
pantaloon is
cover
a
up my dick and
other
balls,
thing.
so I gotta have a skirt.
Well, pantaloon's a whole nother thing. You're getting ahead of yourself.
What? What's a pantaloon? Are you telling me that pantaloons are different?
Well, pantaloon, those are like the really fluffy pants, right?
I don't fucking know. I don't care anymore. Inconsistent pant sizes. Vote it up.
Inconsistent pants lore.
Yeah. You gotta order your pants one leg at a time.
It's the only way.
I wonder if that was trendy at any point to just have one pant leg.
No, you see it like historical clothing. Like that's actually a fucking thing.
That some people would just choose to wear one pant.
Well, it would be like overclothes. So you would have you would buy two pant legs, but they would be separate, if that makes sense.
I remember making something like that for a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to make pants, but I had to cover up my legs.
But
So I
before
just made like pant legs.
before the mechanical loom, right? You didn't like tailors had to make this shit one at a time. So I assume if you had like a novice one, they would just make a pant and then make another pant, and they really wouldn't tie them together.
What's the point of even having a pant if it's not going to conceal your dick and balls? Why even wear a pant?
'Cause it's funny.
Yeah,
That's
it is pretty
fair.
funny.
I'm just gonna choose to have one leg out in the elements and one ball out in the elements. Just one ball.
Just one.
Just
Yeah.
one ball.
One ball protected, one ball to let hang.
You could get
Yep.
like
The one that
Kinda like
hangs lower gets to hang out because the lower, see, back in medieval times, the lower that your nuts could hang, that means you're really wise, right?
Well, you gotta also
That's a level of wisdom.
there is like a thing in like medieval times where people were just naked because they couldn't afford clothes.
Yeah.
So they would
Yeah,
have.
That's
talk
still
to
a thing
Gene.
in
His
some
nuts
places.
hang down to his knees. He knows a lot of things.
Well, you would also have like people who would be like, "Oh yeah, I have a like a cloth and I wrap it around myself like a cloak and that's all I wear."
I
mean, it's
imagine
better
one
than
leg
nothing.
being like or one pant going on top of a pair of pants, like a pair of chaps
You know, that's kind of a Chad move though to wear one pant.
over your regular pair of pants.
Well,
I think that
yeah,
would go hard. Or that would be cool if
Would
you had
you-
like, say, like you had black jeans on or like black dress pants on, and then you
Yeah,
had
and then
like
you-
one leg, like one like hat, or maybe like a half leg
yeah,
of
you just have
just
one leather pant.
yeah.
You just have to like
Paint
side
it whatever color
sheath
you
your
want.
you just have to like side sheath your dick and balls so that they didn't show, and then you could run around with your one pant.
They actually just made a separate, like, a small pant leg for your dick.
Yeah.
I want a pair of pants like that. You'd never had to unzip to take a piss, ever.
Pretty good.
Because it's already got a hole in the bottom.
Revolutionary invention.
And it would look really fucking funny.
I'd wear it. I'm gonna be real. That's great.
And it's all covered up, so it's legal.
Mostly.
What states could you walk around naked in? I forgot. I think there's like one state.
I think Oregon you can be naked.
Or
but
so you can be naked in fucking Oregon. God
well,
damn
but
it.
I think they still stop you anyways. It's like,
Well, yeah, but it's a faux pas, for sure, but, like...
anyways, yeah, pant. I mean, has anyone just Googled this? Like, I'm sure we could just solve the mystery with a Google search.
But that's
to
no
get
fun.
those third-legged pants?
I don't need to know anything about pant. It's okay.
I think everyone needs to know about pant.
You must learn about pant.
I think
But
this is
folks,
the biggest issue in the galaxy.
I'm
Yeah,
We don't
sorry,
talk about
guys.
big issues. We talk about large issues.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
sorry, guys. It was either this or it was the black bread curse.
It's the curse. Ooh, spooky.
Oh, I had
Ooh,
a
it's
whole
the
list of people that
Halloween. Ooh.
I had a whole list of people that had died within my lifetime that were artists that I gave a shit about.
Well,
Steve Irwin is on there too.
if Cats and Black Bread enjoys your art, then count your days.
You're gonna die, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least your podcast. I mean, I not single-handedly, but it indirectly killed the Who Gives a Shit podcast. Sorry.
How could you do that?
I don't know. I wasn't even that funny. I didn't know how to be funny on a podcast back then. So like my debut was really shite.
do you know how to be funny on a
single-handedly
podcast
killed.
now? Like, are you sure you
just-
understand the art? You could be fucking it up. No one would tell you.
Well, I'm
Yeah, we're all
confidently
too
fucking
nice.
it up, and that's the difference.
Anyways,
Hey, Cats and
it's
Black
all-
Bread, here's me chewing Jinji and Kang out every week for not being funny enough. And he thinks that I wouldn't tell him if he sucked.
Hey, do you guys want to hear my impression of Kang?
I have an issue.
Yeah, I've never actually. This is new, and I would love to hear your impression of Kang.
Okay. Tell me a joke.
No, fuck you, Warficus. I have an issue. I was the
I
one
have an
asking
issue. I
Black
have a
Bread if he
great
was
issue.
done.
No, I have an issue.
No, I have an
So-
issue.
I'm
You
going.
got,
I think this is the
I
first
decide
time.
the order.
This is the first time in issue crew history that people have fought over who gets to go next.
It's amazing.
All right. Well, anyway,
Ever
Demi
since I
Kang.
got on this show, things have been looking up, getting better. No more eating animals. It's good.
Yeah,
Wait, are you
before
vegetarian
we were
now?
eating the cats and we were eating the dogs.
Oh.
and
Yeah.
now we're
We meant those animals.
Yeah.
now
Okay, so
Warficus has
Demi
shown
Kang.
up.
No, we went vegan. I made sure of this.
Graggle issue crew had us eating the cats and the dogs, and
That's
Warficus came
true.
in and he really fixed it up.
Is Greggle issue crew still a member?
Yes,
Yeah.
Graggle issue crew. Graggle issue
Do
crew.
these guys know about
Graggle
Greggle issue crew?
I've mentioned Graggle issue crew in passing.
This
They-
sounds
they
like
all
something you're
answer to
coming
him.
up with on the spot.
He's our boss. Graggle issue crew is our boss. We report to him. You know Graggle issue crew.
I think you guys know Graggle Issue Crew, and no, I've yet to meet him. I thought he was just I thought he was just kind of one of those, he's kind of a hermit, not really very hands on. He just kind of sits
Yeah,
up
he's
there
a,
in
he's
the
a
tower,
behind
the
the
Issue Crew
scenes kind
tower.
of guy.
He's
We need to have him on an episode someday.
Yeah, we'll have to give Graggle a call.
so anyway, Demi
Folks.
Kang.
Oh yeah. Tell me a joke, and I'll
All
be
right,
Kang.
all right. Okay, so this kid and his grand.
That's the
Shit,
joke.
I was actually gonna tell
That's
a
the
real
joke.
joke.
That's the joke. Is Kang laughs before the joke is
Yeah,
Kang laughs too much.
or
It's
you
annoying.
just wait until afterward. It was actually a pretty decent joke. This one. You guys want to hear it?
I do actually.
Sure, let's hear it.
All right, so a kid and his grandpa sitting out on a boat fishing in the lake. So Grandpa pulls out a cigar, starts puffing on it. And the kid's like, "Hey, can I take a puff of that?" He said, "Well, kid, can your dick touch your asshole?" "No." "Then no, you're not man enough to have any of this." Later on, he cracks a beer. Kid says same thing. "Hey, can I have a sip of that?" "Can your dick touch your asshole?" "No." "Then you're not man enough for it."
Where's this joke going? I'm
Late.
getting a little worried.
Yeah, I
here.
don't like this one so far.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
like
hold
where
on.
this is going.
Oh no!
The
Shit! Come on,
implications
get
are
your. I
upsetting.
know.
Okay.
Look, a kid can go fishing with his grandpa and not like fucking molest his grandson.
Well, yeah,
all
but his
right?
grandpa's talking about his dick, and I'm like, I'm sweating over here.
He's kid. Can I touch your asshole with my
Whoa!
dick? Holy shit!
All right, go
The
on, go on.
angle.
Yeah,
Oh,
go on,
so to
go
speak.
on. You got this.
This is fucked up. All right. Well, anyway. So later on, the kid pulls out some of Grandma's cookies.
Anyways, he pulls out his dick.
Kid pulls out his dick, and all started. Yeah, kid pulls out some of Grandma's cookies. Grandpa's over there. He noticed, like, "Hey, so see, you got some of Grandma's cookies there. You think I could have one of those?" And kid says, "Well, Grandpa, can your dick touch your asshole?" Sorry, you guys fucked this up for me. Sorry.
Wait, is that the end?
He said, "No."
Right?
He said, "Well, yes, it can." Kid says, "Go fuck yourself. These cookies are mine."
No,
Yeah, kids shouldn't be talking like that.
no.
Yeah,
So what? That's kind of part of
You're
the
on
joke,
thin ice
though.
The
here,
worst
buddy.
joke I've heard. Is that an anti-joke?
No, the thing is, look, the thing is, I heard this joke when I was like fucking like 13 or something, and it was funny as shit. But the thing was, part of the joke is that, yeah, no, a kid doesn't normally talk like that. This is old world humor. But also the fact that the grandpa said that his dick could touch his asshole, so that the grandpa could technically fuck himself.
You know what I think? I think
Oh.
this joke doesn't work anymore because the internet has showed us all kids talk like this, and it's kind of not okay.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah,
This
you're
is
kind of
true.
right. My sister's a teacher, and she was talking about how like the kids would just like start snickering out of nowhere and just be like, "Oh, it'd be really funny if Skibbity Toilet just burst through the wall." And then she has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. And then
Okay,
they're
to be fair,
astounded, like, "You don't know what Skibbity Toilet is?"
to be fair, it would be pretty funny if Skibbity Toilet just burst through the wall.
Yeah, that
That
would
Yeah,
be pretty
it
funny.
would be.
I'm gonna be real. This is.
I would be laughing really hard.
You're just a boomer. I hate to say it.
No, I'd want like a 64 Nintendo 64 Mario to burst through the wall with Scatman John playing. That would be funny to me. Nobody watched Mario 64 bloopers. Okay.
I did.
Understood.
It just wasn't that funny.
Are you talking about SMG4?
No, there were other guys that did it before. There was a
yeah.
guy called Nikon Alasko, but he is defunct. I guess his channel got hacked and then everything got deleted. God damn, it was that bad.
Bombing pretty hard. I was laughing, but it got cut out. And that happens to me all the time. My laugh gets cut out.
Yeah,
It
you
was
gotta
so
adjust
funny
your
that
settings.
Demigloom's mic forgot to pick up the laugh.
Yeah. It's so funny that my laugh cut out.
Yeah,
Wait, can this be the new excuse for whenever somebody bombs, you make them feel better? Just be like, yeah, I laughed.
Yeah,
but
I
it got
did
cut out.
laugh. My mic.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the other
that's a
hand,
good excuse.
I
why
laughed
doesn't
so
Kang's laugh ever
hard.
get cut out?
No, the funny thing about this is I tell jokes all the time on my other podcast, Middle School GSA, which you could totally check out. I'm not actually a middle schooler. That's just the name of the show.
Why is it
My
called
co-host Felodius Ferris. It's a long story. It's a funny name. It's an inside joke, but Felodius Ferris, my co-host, laughs like really hard at all of my jokes, but we record on Discord, so I don't hear any of it. And I hear like I just think I'm bombing. Like I'll tell a joke, and then there's like 2 seconds of awkward silence. I'm like, okay, moving forward. And then I go listen to the recording, and we actually record our own audio, so nothing gets cut out like in a Discord call. And then I hear them laughing super hard. I'm like, God damn it, I didn't bomb. It just got cut out. It's really funny. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Off
Hope you guys were all laughing and it cut out, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I thought
Okay.
the bit was we were
The
all,
tank did not just
whatever.
fucking run empty, and I just spaced off into nothing.
Folks,
So I have an
my
issue. My issue. You want to go, Riely?
Okay. I just want to get it out of the way because I have a feeling I know how the story ends. Folks, my issue My issue's dreams. What the fuck's up with those, huh?
You're about to have one.
Yeah, maybe I am about to have one. What the fuck's
Maybe you
up
are
with
You're in
dreaming.
one.
Riley,
yeah,
I'm not
is
even
one.
I'm not even fucking with you. If your issue is what I think it is, I was almost gonna use this today. Anyway, continue.
Interesting.
Our dreams must be like interconnecting, man.
No, that's
I've
not
got
what
a
I was
dream
gonna
catcher. Do
say.
you have a dream
Yeah.
catcher?
Yeah, bro. I got my sick dream catcher, bro. We're gonna.
Oh, are you going to talk about when
We
people
got a
talk about their
dream
dreams? Because that's a
catcher?
huge issue.
I like
No,
that.
I like
It's
when
like
people
the
talk
way
about
of
their
the spirits or
dreams.
something.
My issue with dreams is they're always either really confusing or you forget what happened in them. It's this weird thing that I can't quite understand where like something about your brain immediately like will dump details about a dream the moment you wake up. You wake up and you like immediately have a thought related to something that was happening in your dream, but then like immediately the memory like fades and it's like, wait, what the fuck? What was I just thinking about? You know it's related to the dream, but you can't remember because your brain just does this fucking dump protocol when you wake up. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you remember your dreams. It's
But
very
like,
strange.
bruh, that was like you losing your connection to the spirit world.
Yeah, bro. I'm losing my fucking connection to all the fucking spirits and the gods, Zeus and all that. Losing my connection.
Yeah, you're losing the way.
I do not know Dewey.
You
You're
ever
like
have
falling-
those?
You're like starting to fall out of your dream, like you're starting to wake up, and then like all your friends in the dream that you're talking, like, bro, you're cutting out. Your mic is fucking up.
Bro,
Dude.
you need to check your Discord.
You need to check your dream settings, bro.
Hold
Oh,
on.
is he falling awake? Oh, he's falling awake. God damn it.
Okay, do you guys ever get
Connection's fucked.
dreams where you're like
AFD.
trying to do electronics but they're bugging out and like you're just troubleshooting for the entire dream?
I kind
Yes.
of okay, if I may. So like I actually had this issue, but it's always with a light switch, and like I'm like, fuck, it's so dim in this room. I gotta go and like turn the light on,
Oh,
but like
no,
I
the
got turn the
dimmer's
light on,
red.
and the light is too dim, and it won't turn on,
That's
and it's
awful.
kind of uneasy. But like that's it, and
That's
I can't see
awful.
what the fuck I'm doing, but I desperately need to.
Man, good bits, everyone.
You guys ever have pee dreams?
P
What?
dreams.
P dreams?
Yeah, you never have a dream where you're like you fall asleep and you need to piss really bad, and like the
Hey,
whole
I'm
dream is about
pissing
you
over
trying to
here.
find a place. The whole dream is you trying to find a place to piss. That never happens to you.
I
No,
actually, in my
no.
dreams, it's more often that I find several places to piss, and then the piss just never ends. I piss in this thing, it overflows, and I'm like, oh fuck. One of them was like, my friend decided to kill this old lady, and then
What?
I was just like trying to stop him from doing that, and they're like, no, we gotta leave this place. We drive away, and the
Bro,
car
we gotta
turns into a
bail.
fucking
We gotta
skateboard.
bail.
Is your friend the toxic Avenger? Why are you killing
No.
some random old lady?
Okay, hold on. He hadn't killed the old lady yet at this point, but like we drive away. There's this fucking weird intersection under an overpass. We go down this lane, and then the car turns into a skateboard at some point because you just lose track of that shit in dreams for some reason, and then you
Yeah,
don't
plot
question it.
details will just change in the moment in dreams.
Yeah.
That's another weird
So
thing.
I'm on a skateboard avoiding like beams overhead by like ducking, and then I'm like, oh, finally a bathroom, the thing that I've been looking for out of nowhere. And then so I go in there and I'm like taking the longest piss ever, and then two cops walk in. They're like, do you know anything about this old dead lady? I'm like, oh my fucking god,
Oh,
he went back
fuck.
to kill the old
You
lady.
did it. He actually
He
did it,
did
that son of a bitch.
And then they're like, we need to talk to you. I'm like, okay, that's great, but like, I need to take a piss, and it's really hard to take a piss with you two just staring at me like that. But yeah, it's always a never-ending piss. Things fill up.
And then you wake up in the morning in a bed just drenched in piss.
No, that never happens to me. Not since I was like fucking 8.
Yeah.
No,
8?
See, I get
You're wetting
that.
the bed at 8?
I mean, yeah, it happened once when I was
Yeah.
8.
See, whenever I have dreams like that, I'm like, oh shit, did I piss the bed? I'm like, no, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I think the anxiety of pissing your bed is worse than like actually doing it. Because you will wake up and you're like, oh God, what was I dreaming about? There's no fucking way. And then there isn't a way.
I once had a dream very recently, actually, where I was like spitting for some reason. I was spitting on something like I was supposed to be. And then I woke up and I was like I realized I was dreaming and I was like, oh shit. And I looked and I realized I was drooling all over my stuffed animal and it was disgusting.
No.
Ugh.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Gross.
It wasn't like too bad, but it was like, you know, like it wasn't normal drooling. It was like on purpose drooling.
Oh yeah, that
I
makes
was
it
in a
worse
dream.
somehow.
Yeah.
So I always, you know how they talk about how you have the dreams where like you're like go to school in your underwear or whatever.
Yeah.
I have this weird version of that dream where not only that's not it's weirder than that. My like pants and underwear will like
Both of them?
randomly
Both of your
both
pants?
of them, both of my pants, both pants and my
Each
underwear
pant.
would just like disappear and reappear at different times, and it was like
So,
it's like completely inexplicable. So
so
like
you
I'm at
want
school
pants
and I'm
or
like,
two
oh
pants?
shit, I'm not wearing any pants, and everybody's like, what are you talking about? You are wearing pants. And I look down, and I am wearing pants. And a little bit later, I look down again, and I'm not wearing pants. And
Even
it's
if
like, oh
that is
no.
free
That's really good.
gaslighting.
What if
He's
life was like
gaslighting
this?
himself in his dreams.
I just look down and I don't have any pants, and then I have pants, and then I don't have any pants, and it's like, what's going on here? I
Riley,
don't
this is an
understand.
intervention. You need to stop gaslighting. It's really fucking your life up.
Yeah, it's spreading into my dreams, causing intense mental turmoil.
The last naked dream I had, like there was a certain point like, whoa, shit, I'm naked. And I was just like, there's no clothes around. Fuck it. And then I was just really confident about being naked. I was just like, well, I'm gonna go run somewhere to where there's clothes. And I run outside, and then there's just a couple of guys that are about to just pull off a fucking drive-by, and they had already started shooting
of
at me. And I was like,
guys.
holy shit! And I like turn the other way and run. Just fucking not so swanging.
Damn.
I had actually like leaped, and I specifically remember leaping, and that's a strange thing. Oh, except any of you guys sleep talk?
I used to when I was a kid. I used to sleep talk and scream.
Apparently, I have a whole nother personality when I sleep talk. If my roommates are me to believe.
Apparently, when I was a kid, I was a lesbian in my dreams.
Hot?
Because I was like, dude, I was a kid, man. Come on, don't be.
Apparently, I'm a raging homosexual when I sleep. It's great.
I'm just thinking
Well, apparently one time when I was
kid,
sleeping, I had a
canonically,
sleepover.
apparently.
I was having a sleepover, and apparently in my dream, it was like, oh, but we're both girls. It would never work out. It's a really weird thing to say in your sleep.
How could we possibly?
What goes in what?
Where goes where?
How do sex? How do we?
Sex dreams are also inconsistent because I would always suffer from the, the dream just changes suddenly. It was like, oh,
Yeah!
there's this girl that was really into me.
Bro!
Like, oh yeah, now we're fucking, and it's just like, why am I fucking a sandal? What happened?
It's like that
Where
scene
did
from The
this sandal
Shining
come from?
with the naked lady who turns into a like exhumed corpse.
I don't know. The fucking a sandal bit. That seems like a good sketch.
Thought I was
It's
fucking
it's
a hot
probably
girl. I
the
thought I
beginning
was
of an American
fucking a
Pie
sandal.
movie.
Well, no. Like the whole dream is like you're trying to get laid in the dream, but like every time you're about to, it's just like another household object.
And then you wake up in the morning and it's your dog licking you in the face, and you're like, ah.
Oh no!
I swear that's happened in a movie before, hasn't that? He was he's leans in to kiss a girl, and then he wakes up.
I feel like that was every mid-2000s movie. I feel like I've seen
Oh,
that.
that happened in The Mask. He leans in to kiss a girl, and it's his dog licking him in the face, and he wakes up from the dream.
Oh yeah, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, immediately I was just thinking like, oh yeah, they probably use that in the promo, and then in the background is "'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep,"
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's always that song, isn't it? And then somewhere in the middle, somebody says something kind of zany, and it goes, "Boing."
Yeah. We need to bring that back.
Actually, you know what? Everyone talks about the "You Wonder How I Got Here" like opening to mid-2000s movie. No one ever talks about the like weird dream sequence.
That's true.
There was a lot of that. What was up with mid-2000s movies? It's like they had perfected like cringy story writing.
I've always wanted to do I bet you're wondering how I got here, and it's like two guys driving a car off a cliff or something, and then it's like, oh wait, actually, like I don't know who you're looking at, but that's not me. This is me, and it's like this little fucking ant-sized guy in the background. I bet you're wondering how I got here.
That's really funny.
Ugh.
I would watch that movie if that was in the trailer.
I
Well,
don't
you're
know.
not supposed to put that in the trailer.
I want to do a thing where I like review every like what would be considered mid 2000s like young adult movies and just see what the fuck was going on in that era. It's
Because everybody was just really horny all the time.
well, it wasn't just that, like there was just this weird energy to everything. Like you can't find that energy anywhere else.
Well, there was weed, bro.
There
Well,
was
and
a
with
little
that,
weed grow culture in it. You're right.
and then also, the best movie to come out of that, and it is what it is, but Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Really?
Too young. I'm sorry, I'm too young.
No, you're not too young. You go and watch that movie right after this.
All
You will
right.
fucking love it. Holy shit.
I've heard
It's-
a lot of things about it, but I haven't actually watched it.
It's so fucking quotable. It takes the piss out of like that whole fucking genre of movies. You don't even have to know who Jay and Silent Bob are. Like you wouldn't even have to
Aren't they
watch the Clerks or fucking Mallrats or anything like that.
They're characters that just like basically cameoed in a bunch of movies, right?
Kind of, yeah. It's just Kevin Smith's babies, basically, but not literally, because he has actual kids.
He has children.
Kevin Smith, yeah.
No, I just said that as a non sequitur. I don't know why you're answering me.
No, I always do though.
Fuck. You're supposed to laugh.
Oh, sorry, I was laughing. I just cut out.
Yeah. Look, I brought it back. I bring it back. We always bring
Listen,
it back
I heard
here.
the joke and I dreamed the joke, and then I
Yeah,
woke
I
up
dreamed
and
a
I forgot
joke,
what the
guys.
joke was.
Yeah, I was dreaming and there was a joke and it was really funny, but I just can't
It's a
remember
really
it.
funny joke, but I don't recall. That's the weird thing about dreams. They just behave weirdly in your brain. You know, sometimes you're invested in what's going on and then the whole world just changes. Sometimes you're in a car and then you're on a skateboard, as Cats and Black Bread stated. The dreams are just weird. I don't
Have
know
you
why
ever
they're
heard
so
of
weird. I wish they could be a little more uniform. We gotta fix dreams. They're too
Sometimes
chaotic.
you see something you just swear was like actually fucking real and you wake up and you're like, there was no fucking way that happened.
Kamala Harris says she's gonna fix dreams on day one. Why
Oh my
wasn't
God,
she
we're getting
doing
a
it 3
dream
years
patch?
ago?
She's patching dreams?
She could have been patching dreams 3 years ago. What was she doing?
Not patching dreams.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys ever have dream lost media? Where you had like you dream of like a video game or a movie or a book or a song that doesn't exist, and then you like wake up and you're like, "Fuck, that's not real."
But it should be.
Yeah, no, I always dream of shit like that. Cause like, okay, I'm a very musical person, but I'm always trying to come up with songs, and a lot of times I come up with like a fucking catchy tune just before I fall asleep, and I never remember what it was, or it continues into my dream, and I'm just like, oh my God, I got to replicate that. I got to get to my base. I get to my base, and then just like Riely was saying, memory dumped. It's gone.
Okay, my favorite one was I had this weird fucking dream and it was like Simpsons mobile game. But then when I got into the game, it was basically Rust. So it was like Simpsons hardcore PvP survival, and I have no
That's
fucking
amazing.
clue what that dream was.
I started if I have a song in a dream, like a song, I hear a song in a dream that's not real, I'll wake up, and if I could still remember it, I'll just like record a little demo of me singing it on my phone. And 9 times out of 10, when I dream it and I first wake up, I'm like, that was incredible. And then I listen to the version of me humming it, like I lose the context. So it's just me going like, nah, 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 nah. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was bad.
Yeah.
But there was this one song that I had in a dream where the chorus is like, it's a bunch of words, and then it's like, stack your money, put your head up high. And it was like really really ketchup. It was really catchy.
Yo,
I don't know why I said
we
catchy.
should make that a thing. It's really ketchup, bro.
We
That's
could
like
do it.
we're bringing it
That
back.
is
That's
so
like a
fucking
mid
ketchup.
2000s movie thing.
That's so ketchup, bro.
That's so ketchup, bro. Because like you'd always have the asshole character who has just some weird fucking thing they say just to be quirky, I guess.
Riely, what was that bit we had? It was a very early 2000s movie bit where somebody said something about like specifically about like a woman's vagina. Like they looked at a woman's vagina when they pulled their pants down. I think it was me. I was just like, ew, tuna sandwich, bro.
Tuna sandwich.
That's pretty good.
Tuna
If I heard
sandwich,
that,
bro.
if I saw that happen and someone said that, like I would instantly be like, everything would change from wow, this is sexual assault to wow, this is really fucking funny in a weird way.
I feel like if they
Oh wait,
just
where did
said that,
sexual assault come from?
like if someone did that on the street, like pulled a random woman's pants down, went "ew, tuna sandwich, bro," and then just
I
walked
believe it was
away.
consensual in this situation.
Yeah, I would be like, "What did I just witness? My whole world has changed."
I'm a changed man now. I've
Yeah.
forever.
He didn't do
altered.
anything. He just pulled her pants down and went tuna
I mean, I
sandwich
saw
and
her
walked
vagina,
away.
but I'm laughing too hard to care.
I think in the original context, it was just like grossed out by like the very prospect of a woman's vagina. Like you're just you had one bad experience, and it's like
Dude, it's sandwich, dude.
there's that. I wish I could credit the comedian, but there's this one stand-up comedian who was like I was going down on a trans woman, and I was like, there's something not fishy about this.
It's pretty good.
Oh no.
It's so basic, yet it still tickles the right part of my brain. How does this work?
Well, the best jokes are the simplest. Let's be real.
It's the
some
simple
like-
things in life, you know.
Well, there's just a part of me that's just like, that's like, oh, this is meant to appeal to this crowd. I'm not gonna laugh at that. And then I think about it again. I'm like,
That's really
somehow
funny.
circle back around to being funny again, and I have no control over this.
So unfunny that it's funny.
So funny
Yeah,
that
almost.
you can't help but accept it's funny regardless of any hangups.
Yeah, more of that actually.
Do you guys ever have someone tell you about their boring ass dream, and you just have to sit there and pretend to be interested?
No.
Nobody's ever like,
you-
oh, you're
I
not gonna
usually-
believe this. I had this crazy dream, but like, I went into my garage, and like, my garage was a swimming pool. Oh my god, isn't
See,
that so weird?
I
I'm
keep
the
those
guy
ones
who
to
does-
myself,
does
though.
that. I'm like,
You
I'm
talk
the guy
about
who
the
does
wet-
that.
You got to talk about the wacky ones.
Yeah.
I'm only
Yeah.
interested in the wacky shit where crazy shit is happening, and you said tuna sandwich, bro.
Yeah, I gotta use that.
Yeah, I mean, I actually put this in the general chat of the issue crew, but or no, maybe I didn't. I think it was just a Facebook post. But like, I made a bad pun, and it was somehow funny outside the dream, where I was like trying to find my way around this place. So I'm driving around, and I end up in Chinatown. And I said, guys, I made a wrong turn.
Oh my god,
No.
you made that in a dream?
I did.
You're a
That's-
very high functioning
That's
dreamer.
genius. That is genius.
Sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm not. I still like the wacky dreams better, where just like shit's happening, I can't explain it or understand it.
I don't know. My favorite dreams are the ones that are like, man, I could like write this into an entire sci-fi novel.
What about the ones where you're like, well, shit, I guess ghosts are real?
Well, gee, I guess ghosts are real, boys.
Have
But
you ever
there
had a
was-
dream where people within your dream were communicating to you like about you waking up? Where they're like, "Oh shit, he's gonna wake up! Fuck!"
Oh, shit, fuck, he's waking
No,
up.
that's not. I had a dream, and they were like, it was like people were doing surgery on me, and they're like, "No, it's over! Fuck, he's waking up! Oh my god, no!" And like it was implied through this dream that like waking up was not the real world, and like the dream was the real world, and so I woke up with like an existential crisis that morning.
You guys ever like wake up in a dream and you have the fucking dream where it's like you wake up 7 times and you're like tired of waking up and you just want to get back to your fucking life?
Yeah.
I had, yes, but also I had a fucking dream where I had convinced myself that if I fall asleep within the dream that I'll die. And it was really stressful because like I felt myself drifting off, but also within the dream where I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. I need to wake back up.
That's incredible. You ever had a dream where do you guys ever lucid dream? I feel like it's obligatory to bring this up.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
Like you ever have a dream where like you just know you're dreaming and you're like focusing, you're like, girl, hot, fuck, old lady.
No,
Or
usually
you're never like in a fight and you're like, come on, it's giant sword, corn dog. God damn it.
No, I never get disappointed in those dreams.
I've
You're like
done
trying to
lucid-
will things into the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done lucid dream. I've had like a couple. One where it was Kirby air ride in real life. I was riding a book that was just hovering off the ground and moving forward, and I could steer it. That was fucking cool. But the other one was just like moon jumps. But I was jumping really fucking high.
See, whenever I get like that, I generally like I can like break out of the dream and like find some like actual spiritual shit. I've had mixed results.
You
Have you
ever
ever-
just get spun around too fast in a dream? I did one with space travel where I was just like, I got to see the solar system, but like we were going so fucking fast, it was unbelievable and kind of scary.
I had one where I was like, what if I just went down in this dream and I just kept going down? And I found myself in my room looking at myself sleeping. And I don't know if I dreamed that or
Whoa,
it was really fucking weird.
Holy
that's
shit.
fucked. That's the most disturbing. Like, I've had some pretty disturbing dreams, and that prospect just sounds more disturbing than anything I could come up with.
No, I've had far
Seeing
more.
yourself sleeping, that's just so weird.
I don't know. I feel like I've had more disturbing things doing that though.
I got shot in the head in one of my dreams and died. It only happened once. Like most
There-
times, it's like, oh, there's some hope. I can avoid this guy. I can keep running away, even if I got the stupid Jello legs that I'm tripping over myself. But like I was, or no, the legs are heavy. That's usually the thing. But yeah, there was a guy that was just fucking super methed out, and I was like at a house that I used to live at like fucking 15 years ago, and then the guy, like, I was hearing gunshots, and it was this fucking guy. And then I went to go hide under a car or something, and then he fucking found me over there, and I was like, oh shit. And then I just heard like a poop, and then I woke up.
Wait, what if that was real life and this is heaven?
Holy shit.
Heaven fucking sucks.
You just woke
though,
up in
man.
heaven. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of cringe if that's the
Yeah,
case.
it's pretty underwhelming.
Riley, get back to your microphone.
What do you mean, get back to my microphone?
You sound like you're like 7 feet
Oh,
away.
I figured it out. I got it.
Oh, one last
Okay.
stream thing though that I want to bring up. So Pink actually takes notes of the things that I say in my sleep,
Who's
and
Pink? Is that your wife?
yeah, for
Okay.
anonymity's sake, it's
Gotcha.
Pink. So
Are you
she'll actually
blue?
record the things that I say in my sleep. Like, and I've said some weird shit, and like she'll say something to me, and I'll actually respond to it. So I would just go like, "Burb." She's like, "What? Burb." It's fuck. Shit. I don't want to yell for her right now. But yeah, I gotta remember. It's like Burb. It's at the store. That's what it was. Burb. It's at the store. And then there was another time where I
See,
kind of like actually saw what was going on, but in my dream, she had picked up my phone and like started breaking the stand off of it, and I was just like, "Hey, stop that! You're gonna break it!" And apparently the only thing that actually came out of my mouth was "stop that," and then I knocked her phone out of her hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah, and then I
savage.
just turned away, but in my dream, I had actually grabbed my phone back. I was successful.
You had to get Burb at the store.
So when I
Yeah.
sleep talk, my roommates have talked to me. They just say I say the gayest shit any human could ever say. So
Like actually gay stuff.
yeah. I'm not
curious
repeating
still.
what I heard they said.
I'm a little curious.
I am not.
Give us at
repeating
least
that
some of the
shit.
not gay
No,
stuff.
no. There was nothing that was not gay.
Oh.
That's the problem.
They
Well,
say
in my
you-
imagination, it could be even gayer than you think. So
They say you
No,
tell
no,
the
no.
secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep, my friend.
Yeah.
All of your secrets will be revealed.
I am apparently a raging
There is
homo in
no
my sleep.
escape.
it's just like
Like,
really weird, long, soft moans.
No,
Not
no,
even
no,
saying anything.
I hope
You're
to
like,
God it's
Gregory!
not like I hope to God I don't do that. I want at least a little of my dignity.
That's it.
honk shoe. I love sucking cock. Honk shoe is great.
I can't believe it. Scandalous.
You joke, but I don't know, man. It freaks me the fuck out.
All right, folks, that's dreams. Who's next?
Wait, no. I have one big problem, one large issue with dreams.
Okay.
Is that they haven't added multiplayer yet. What is this bullshit? Single player only. This is the
Ooh.
future.
Okay, no. I've had synchronous dreams with other people. It's freaky. Actually, like last week, me and my roommate, like we both dreamed about being in the house and like some fucking argument over toothbrushes.
You like talked in your sleep to each other?
No. We were asleep on the other side of the house. We just woke up and like they started yelling at me about a toothbrush when we were awake. And I was like, "Oh, did you have that dream too?"
I don't believe you. That's insane.
I don't know why. Maybe we argued about. So what happened was we went to the store and we bought like a pack of toothbrushes, and there was this big argument about like what color toothbrush we each get because that's important. And then we both had a dream about it.
Yeah, nothing
Oh.
in your sleep could have been as gay as arguing over what color toothbrush you wanted.
Look, I got the green one, so I'm happy.
Wouldn't that be cool if we had like Neuralink and you could just like type in like a dream server IP address so
They're
like you and your
already
homie
talking
could
about
pop
putting
up?
ads in your dreams. Don't even talk about that shit.
But like it would be worth it if they had dream multiplayer.
I mean, maybe. The ramifications of such technology, I don't think
Obviously,
we're
it's
ready
horrifying,
for.
and I don't support it.
I've dreamt some depraved shit. I would not want people to
I
like
would
think
not
that I'm
want to
actually like
project
that.
Yeah.
anyone to what's in my mind.
Well, sometimes my brain intuitively or intrusively goes like, "What's the most horrible thought you could think right now?" And then that just pops up in my head, and it's not reflective of what I like believe or what I want to do or like anything like that. Sometimes my brain is just like sometimes my brain will hear about like a terrorist attack. It'll hear like 12 dead, 32 injured, and I'm like, I could do better than that. But I don't actually believe it. I think I stole that bit from another podcast. I think that
I mean,
was
like
on.
a small part of you always does, though, and that's like the scary part.
No, not me. Not maybe you, not me. I'm just like I'm pretty good at Fortnite. Like,
Are you good at Fortnite?
no, I'm not good at Fortnite. I'm actually bad at
Fortnite's
Fortnite.
kind of fallen off. I'm gonna be real.
Not a real Fortnite gamer.
Yeah, just please don't co-op my dream where I'm accidentally gay with my friends.
I'm always co-oping that one.
I'd like to
I
imagine
don't
that.
want that in real life.
I'd like to
I don't
imagine
know
your
why the
synchronous
fuck I'm
dream
dreaming about it.
is because
What?
there's some homeless guy who breaks into your room, Warficus, your guys' house, and just whispers in both of your ears, like switches between the rooms, goes like toothbrush, 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 toothbrush.
Like
Remember the
a part of
toothbrush.
some CIA experiment where they just try and get people to like dream the same thing. I'm like, yeah, let's just talk about toothbrush and see if these guys do it.
Yeah, Worf is getting MK Ultra'd.
Yeah,
It's like
as we
MK
speak,
Ultra
right
Dultra.
now, I'm getting Ultra MK'd.
The most MK Ultra.
I am the most MK Ultra male. No men are like me.
MK altered?
I am MK altered.
That's a
I'm
Sonic
built
OC.
different.
Built different. CIA, they want my ass, but I won't let them.
Is
I
that their
love that.
Discord soundboard so nobody can hear it?
No.
Okay.
Nope, that was my phone against the microphone.
You know-
good.
You guys ever hear about the game called Starbound? Brief aside. The number one downloaded mod for Starbound was they replaced the opening like Chucklefish logo with that sound. That was it. That's the game's relevance in gaming.
I'm glad you told us this, Warficus.
Yeah.
Alright, who's doing their issue next? We still got 2 issues to do here.
I can go.
Okay, give it to us,
can?
Demigloom.
This will be a quick one.
Okay.
My issue is Perverts. Not because I have an issue. Well, I do have an issue with Perverts in general. But I guess my specific issue here is that Perverts ruin everything and you can't say anything anymore. You can't say like, "Oh, I love kids" anymore. You can't say that. You can't say, "Oh,
see what
I
you're
want to
going
work
for.
I want to work with kids." Oh, why do you want to work with kids? Because I love kids. I love children and animals. You know, I love children and animals. You can't say that anymore. Because anytime you say that, at least with people my age, everybody's like, "Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean you like children?
you
What do you mean
mean
you
by
want
that?"
children? What do you mean? What do you mean you love your dog? I hope you mean platonically." And it's a large issue, man. It's really
No,
annoying.
obviously I'm taking my dog to the back rooms.
Well, it's because like everyone nowadays is like a secret pervert, and they just don't want to tell anyone.
God, I when I was younger, so like I had my own room and the door had a lock on it. I didn't know my dog was in there, but like my door was locked and I was doing what all teenagers do, not fucking their dog. Want to cut that off at the pass. Now anyway, I didn't know my dog was in there, but like once I had unlocked the door, the dog ran out and like, "Oh." And my mom's like, "Why were you in there with the dog in there with the door locked?" I'm like, "I didn't know the fucking dog was in there." And she was like worried about that for a little bit.
Oh my
She
god.
thought I was fucking the family dog.
I mean, like,
Oh god.
there's so much access to pornography right now that like everyone kind of like knows.
Oh, good. I thought you were just gonna say everybody kind of want to fuck their dog.
No. Everyone like kind of knows that this
Just
shit
a little.
exists. No. Let's not go there. No, but
It's
like
that
everyone
fucking
kind
one
of knows
guy.
that this shit's out there, and that like more than a healthy amount of people are like actually interested in it, and it's like, ugh.
I don't think there is a
Yeah.
healthy. I think the only healthy amount of people that are interested in that kind of thing is 0.
Right, but the actual amount is what was that thing I cited on the Black Radio podcast? Oh yeah, the most popular animated pornography of all time, and this is like the top 10 are all bestiality.
What?
Yeah.
And they're not like anthropomorphic. They're like,
No.
oh,
The most popular artist with the highest Patreon draws almost exclusively incest and bestiality. And when I
that's
say draw, he's
disgusting.
a 3D animator. Like when I say more than a healthy amount, I mean billions. There
Oh,
are
billions,
billions.
maybe hundreds of millions.
No, this shit gets tens of millions of views. This
That's
world's doomed.
horrifying.
This world's doomed. I'm just
Well, that's
saying.
another thing is with like hentai too. Like all the really popular hentai have like underage girls in them.
Yep.
Yeah, Japan.
Actually, all the most
Full
popular
stop.
hentai, generally.
I have great respect for the people of Japan. I have great respect for them as a nation, but they have a huge fucking cultural problem with that kind of thing.
Well, you have to realize for like until the West came over, they didn't really see what was wrong with it.
Oh man. Yeah, you're not really supposed.
But then again,
to
they
do
also didn't
that.
really have a lot of any of the gender issues we have now. They kind of figured out the whole trans thing in the Middle Ages. So
Yeah.
like I'm like 50-50 on it. Like they had this right. I don't know about this.
There have always been people who are critical of Japan's like sexualization of children, particularly within fiction, or just
yeah.
there are always people who are critical of it. So like for the sake of those people, I'm not going to diss the whole country, but like there is an alarming amount of like particularly men in the otaku subculture in Japan. It's like there's an alarming amount of men who are just into that stuff, and it's really creepy. And
Like what do you do?
it's like a
about it?
national crisis. Like we
It's
need
a national tragedy, really.
Well, it's the
Yeah.
same thing with like this bestiality stuff. Like, what do you do when there are more, as far as people who are aware this stuff exists, when there are more people who are into it that aren't?
I don't know, man.
Like, at some point, society just says it's okay, and bad things start happening. I mean, you just look at like what's going on in Islam with women and children. These things happen.
I liked it better when we were talking about dreams.
Yeah, me
Me
too.
too.
Have
This
you
is the
ever
part
had a
where I go.
dream
There are
that
plenty
you-
of
you
great
would-
people
that you
and
wish you
great
could-
people who
that you
practice
would-
Islam. I'm not.
that you
The words
want-
of
that you
Warficus are
want
not
him
reflective
to-
of my opinions.
Want him to do you so much you
What
could
was
do
it?
anything?
Aisha was literally like 12.
Who?
One of Muhammad's wives was
Oh,
literally
yeah.
like it's in their doctrine that this is okay, and that's caused actually
I mean, there's a
massive
bunch
rifts.
of there's a
It's
bunch of
caused
like
massive in their communities. Like different sects believe like very different things about each other because of this, and like they have killed each other over it.
yeah.
It's the problem with
I mean, there's like
religion in general.
there's a bunch of incest in the Bible. I mean, like for me with religious texts, it's like it's very old, very outdated stuff, and it's to the point where like I do like as an atheist myself, tips Fedora. I do have my issues with pretty much every major religion in their texts, but at the same time, I can recognize that there are plenty of good people who practice each of those given religions, and I don't want to diss the religions entirely out of respect for the people who practice them, while
Well,
also
what
still
religion-
remaining
People on both
critical of.
sides.
You know what religions don't have a lot of texts? Pagan ones. Can I do my issue?
Aw, shit.
Absolutely. Please
Uh,
bail me out of this issue because I don't have anything else to say.
The pagan problem. If you haven't noticed on the internet, there has been a very rising trend of a certain Christian conservative movement that keeps talking about pagans. It's very, very interesting that they're doing this again because there is a problem with that. Pagan means anything that was not Christian during like the height of the like Christian domination of the world. Pagan can mean anything from like Aztecs to like Greeks to Celtics to any of the religions out there, and they were all covered in this one blanket term, pagan. Now, the problem with this is there was a lot of different things going on in these groups. For example, the Aztecs and the Mayans where there is stories about their entire cities caked in blood from the sacrifices they were doing to please their sun god. While less militant Celtic groups would get drunk and fuck each other. I'm getting very tired of having to explain to these people that no, I do not sacrifice children because I follow the path of Fenrir. That's my issue. This fucking this like broad strokes labeling of something that is actually almost completely lost to time now because a certain group burned all our books.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That was an amazing
All the dots
transition.
were
That was great.
connecting in my head.
What is Senrare, if you don't mind me asking?
Fenrir. He is sort of like how do I explain this? He's like the god of rebirth, but not really. You'd have to read the sagas, but basically his job was to refresh Yggdrasil when it became too rotten and start unleash Jormungandr and start Ragnarok. Basically, the idea of the Yggdrasil cycle is like eventually the world needs to be renewed because otherwise everyone just gets really shitty. And then he was chained at like the bottom of the world tree and kind of went crazy, decided maybe there's a better way to do things, and then killed the gods with a big
Are
snake.
you talking about the bad guy from Thor?
No, that would be Loki. I'm pretty
No,
sure
no,
that's
no, no,
Loki.
no, no, no.
No, that's
The-
Magneto.
No, that's Magneto's from X-Men.
The bad guy in Thor was Loki, I'm pretty sure.
I know the bad guy from Thor
Lex
was. I'm
Luthor.
talking about Ragnarok.
Yeah, well,
The one
Ragnarok,
who brings forth Ragnarok.
the one who brings forth Ragnarok is technically Fenrir, although it's actually Jormungandr, which is the World Eater snake. It's Fenrir's job to wake him up, basically.
What Metal Gear game is that?
Yes, but there's it's I would have to spend all night explaining what I believe here. Regardless, I don't. None of this has anything to do with sacrificing children, and I resent constantly being told I'd sacrifice children because I feud druidic sex, and the Mayans did it. That's my issue. If no one has anything to add to this, we could.
Did all the Aztecs sacrifice children and shit, or is that just like?
Well, the Aztecs were basically one empire. So the way it went was they had like yearly sacrifices to their god, but then as their empire was starting to collapse, like the sacrificing like went up a lot.
Damn.
And in its final days, like the final sacrifice was their head priest. Like nothing was working, and like the entire temple was coated in bodies and entrails, and he ripped out his own heart, and that's when the Aztecs ended, supposedly.
Really sad, actually.
Whoa.
And what about the Mayans?
I mix up the two. They both kind of declined around the same time, and then the Spanish came in and just took over. What was left of their people basically inbred with the Spanish, and that's how you get the modern day South Americans.
The Mayans are the ones that like they say predicted everything, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's always like the Mayans predicted this and they predicted that.
I thought that
Are they the ones who had the calendar that ended in 2012?
Yeah, well, the thing
they're
about the Mayan
gonna
calendar
dig
is
up a new one.
well, the thing about the Mayan calendar is they would have, if they ever got to this point, they would have just made a new calendar.
Yeah.
I remember that when everybody was like, "Ooh, the world's gonna end. We're all gonna die." Ooh.
No.
Yeah, and it fucking sucked because it ruined a lot of kids. Like all my friends were all really fucking freaked out over that shit because all of our parents were all fucking hardcore Christian, not hardcore Christians necessarily, just that they were convinced both by the church and by other people just talking about this shit.
Which
we all really thought the world was gonna end. I thought at the time I was just like, I'm really gonna die when I'm 15.
Which is another issue with the pagan problem. Bringing it back to my issue. A large portions of Christianity specifically is pulled from these fucking traditions. Because when the Catholic Church was trying to gain power during fall of Rome and all that, they were basically trying to convert like every group they could. and there were hundreds of different groups they were trying to convert. But to pull them in, they would do things like change the birthday of Jesus Christ to be the same time as the Yule ceremonies and other such things. You can actually trace a lot of the later New Testament works to what would be considered pagan beliefs, just retelling them as Christian works. And to any Christian listening, saying pagan sacrifice children is the equivalent of saying Abrahamics sacrifice children. It is
not even saying Christian sacrifice, just Abrahamics in general.
Yeah,
That's that broad.
It's actually broader. That's the funny part.
Wow.
Like Abrahamics can still trace 3 core threads back to a single source. Like the Mayans and the Celtics never interacted. They're completely separate. The Romans and the fucking Druids, yes, they interacted. They usually killed each other. Oh, what did the Norse do? Oh, right. They pillaged Rome.
Oh, no.
All right. All these groups believed in completely different things, had their own ideas of what was right and wrong, and built entire spiritual lores around them. In my case, I believe interacting with actual things, but that's regardless. They are separate. They are different things. But the problem is the Catholic Church needed this narrative that there is only one God and anything outside is Satan. So they labeled every Western non-Christian religion as pagan and treated them all as devil worshippers. And that's why I have an issue with these retards. Thank you for my TED Talk.
Thank you for attending.
Wharf Talk.
Yep.
I was so busy just trying to find another fucked up Titus laugh.
Well,
yeah, you didn't hear me playing that a little bit ago?
I do remember that, and now I made the sound myself.
Remember that? Oh shit, you don't even know what I just did. That's okay.
That's okay.
Do we need
I'll
to
show you
know?
later.
Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm like, if no one else has anything to add to this, I'm out.
I mean,
Yeah, I apologize. I don't
was,
have a whole lot to add. I'm not super educated on the topic.
I just think it's like this whole issue is just going to a bad place, and I feel like I need to say my piece on it because I kind of hate.
Know how you feel.
I really hate when large groups of Christians get real ignorant about their own history and decide to do the same things they did in history again, which caused. Oh right, my entire heritage's books being burned. Oh right, the burning of all of the Roman texts as well. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, what did those Romans ever do? Nothing good, right?
What was it? Was it
They
Socrates?
didn't have the first fucking computer.
Wasn't it Socrates that they fucking just imprisoned until he died?
It was no, it was Galileo.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to look into space, old man? How about you
Galileo
look into this fucking
later.
jail cell in the name of
No.
Jesus Christ?
No, Galileo came way later. No, it was like the great philosophers, like they all died, starved in a cell.
Oh.
There's like a famous painting of it and everything. It's crazy.
Some fucking meathead that threw him in was just like, philosophize this, assholes. Throw him in.
Well, I firmly believe Christianity is often like towing the line between like actual good and a religion of just absolute ignorance. And
I also hold that opinion about Christianity.
Yeah, like sometimes they do good, and then other times they plug their ears, don't read their book, and then just scream whatever they think that day as if God's speaking through them.
That's the one thing. Like,
God.
I'm generally, I wouldn't say I'm anti-religion, but I do think of like religion as overall just like organized religion as quite a destructive force for society in a lot of ways. But the one thing that I admire about like devout Christians and like the people who are super, you would think I would prefer people who are like more casual about it. But the people who are super devout actually believe in everything and are the people who are actually more Christ-like once you get to actually know them.
Well,
and
it's actually like the people who actually read the book realize that what a lot of the TradCon movement are doing is like actual heresy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, guys, you need to read your fucking texts. The amount of fucking online Christians who don't read the book and just say they go to church every week and therefore they know they have the right and will of God to berate people is unbelievable.
I actually want to
also-
throw out there. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and also acknowledging that the Bible was written by humans; it wasn't written by God, so it has its flaws.
It's we did this another week, so I won't go too deep into it. But the whole Bible itself is a compilation of a bunch of different books, and the books that were left out seem to directly discredit everything in it.
Yeah,
Go look up the what was it? The Gospel of Judas that was recently recovered after the church did everything it could to destroy it.
I always describe Christianity as DLC for Judaism.
DLC.
The real,
DLC.
Kinda is though. But
the
here's
real
the thing.
problem with religion, if I might say, is mega churches, which I should bring in as an issue because the people there are so ingenuine and insufferable. You could tell they don't believe the things that they're saying. But you
Well,
get dragged to a family event. Sometimes you have to go to church, and it's not so bad. Like there's places I've been where it's just like, you go there. At least these people believe the things that they're telling us. That's fine. They live their lives. But then, like, you go to a mega church and they got all these fucking lasers and stupid shit. And they're, like, putting on this wild, wacky show. And you could tell where the money's going. And it's not to Jesus. And it's not just to uphold the church. It's like,
what was it? What was it? The head of BLM got in, like, tax fraud trouble when they bought a house from a mega church pastor.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, it was some fucking crazy shit like that. It's all the same. The funny thing is, if you look at what Jesus was actually saying, he was basically saying, like, think for yourself, stop being retarded. Like, using the name of God to commit evil is not, like, a good thing. We should stop berating each other and actually forgive each other to move on with our lives.
Kill this man!
God,
Put him on a cross!
Yeah, and it's funny because when you say the same things to Christians without saying you're a Christian, they will want to put you on a cross. Crazy how the world works. But yeah, that's my rant.
Good rant.
Pretty good. A good bit, Cats of Black Bread. My favorite bit now.
Well, that
where can
puts
our
a
listeners
smile on
find
my
you?
face.
You put a smile on my face, Cats and Black Bread.
We could just start putting our links in the
gonna
description
put
so
it-
you don't have to do this weird plug thing at the end every time.
No, the plug's important.
I'm gonna put a dick in your mouth, Riley.
I mean, the weird plug thing. It's a very normal plug thing. We do all the time. Where can they find you, Demigloom?
We do
Tell
this
'em.
weird plug thing all the time. You'd
Tell
love
those
to be a part of it.
motherfuckers where they can find you.
All I really care about is subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just called Demigloom, Demigloom. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subs
hey.
without uploading anything. No, I'm working on a video, which I've been saying for years now, so
I heard
gotta
that.
have the hiccups.
Oh, I thought that was like
Nah.
an interrupting burp.
No. Actually, that might have been a burp. That was like a hiccup burp.
Oh, those
A
hurt.
burp up.
It was a herp, yeah.
Herp.
Good old herp.
And then also subscribe to my podcast, Middle School GSA, which is available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Just look up Middle School GSA. It's on there. We're not middle schoolers. It's called Middle School GSA because our environment is reminiscent to that of a middle school gay straight alliance or gender sexuality alliance. Don't worry, we'll probably change the name soon because too many people have DM'd us like, why are you guys middle schoolers and having a podcast? That's stupid. And also, you guys are really hot for middle schoolers. We got a couple of
That's
Oh!
Yeah. You can't have that.
Slow
That's
your
not
roll.
Yeah.
Nice. That's not nice at all.
Giving off the so we're not pretending to be middle schoolers, but giving off the image that you are middle schoolers or pretending to be middle schoolers is a really bad look. So we're thinking of just saying fuck that name. We're thinking
We're gonna go back to elementary school GSA.
preschool GSA.
Yeah, you know what? Just fuck up. Just go
You
even
gotta-
harder.
Then you're gonna get guys that are saying you're real hot for preschoolers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You guys are really mature for your age.
Yeah.
Your guys' opinion on the Israel-Palestine conflict is incredible for that of a preschooler. I don't think I sound like a middle schooler personally.
Very
I don't
robust
know how somebody
political-
could hear me
Whoa,
talk and be
whoa.
like, that's a
Dude.
middle schooler.
Dude, this is what I'm saying though, like internet like perverts, they're everywhere, and there's
They-
more of them than you would ever believe. and there's nothing you can do about them.
And they also
There's
ruin
Thank
more-
God
everything.
for the
Vote up my
really
vote up my
bad
issue. Vote up my
Yeah,
issue.
they ruin
Perverts.
everything.
You
and
can't
there's-
name your show Middle School GSA as a joke because perverts are there to ruin everything.
And there's more of them than you, and there will always be more of them than you.
Yep.
And one day they will band together and ruin the world.
I don't know that they ever. I guess they must work together. They distribute shit. Never mind.
Well, we keep them in line with this this like pretense of morality. You know, this is what the Christians sell, right? Like we are the only solution to this problem, and you know maybe they are right.
They have a monopoly. They have a monopoly on like morality, though.
Right, and I think one of the like lessons that humanity needs to learn is we can't like use religion to deal with this. We need to find a better answer.
It's not sustainable. It's sustainable for a short period of time.
Yeah, but over the long term, it just falls into witch hunting and killing everyone.
Because religion is inherently dated. Like religion, because like
I don't
no
think so.
matter.
I think spirituality in of itself, like, I mean, I'll admit I'm biased. I'm an actual occultist, but I think spirituality in of itself is like inherent to humanity.
Oh, that in general, yeah. But I mean, like, if you're gonna create like a specific religion, a specific set of morals, like they're created by humans, and they're gonna be flawed to some degree,
I think,
or not flawed, but dated in some sense. Like when you, I mean, like when you get like really specific, when you're like talking about like thou shall not be jealous of your neighbor's goats or whatever, like shit like that is always gonna be really dated.
well, I think
Are you not supposed to be jealous of your neighbor's goats?
You're not supposed to be, according to
I
the
think
Bible.
we need
I
a
think.
very
Oh,
simple
what
set
the
of like
fuck?
rules that
stop.
everyone can agree on, and we can all like build our legal code off that. Like, what if there was like a principle, right? Where you like don't aggrieve anyone else, and you leave everyone alone, and like we have like a very clear definition of what is an agreement, and we would call it something like the non-aggression principle or something.
Whoa, that's a great idea. You should write that down.
Maybe we should like try and use that as a basis for morality and like get along despite our differences.
So Worf, I
And yes,
totally
touching
tuned-
children is a violation of the NAP. They cannot consent. This has been proven time and time again.
I wasn't gonna say that. Anyway,
No,
I
but
actually
this is like
tuned-
a huge argument because like a lot of people pretend to be libertarians and are just pedophiles. It is not in the NAP to fucking touch children.
Oh, gross. Well, I tuned most of what you said out because I couldn't stop thinking about like being jealous of your neighbor's goats. It's like, for what reason? What if he's just jealous? Like, I wish my neighbor would pet me like he pets his goats.
I mean, dealing with jealousy is something we need to do as a society, right?
Or what if those
Oh,
goats are just really hung, and you're like, God damn, I wish my schlong was that big.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
telling
okay to be
people.
I
jealous of
wish
your
my
neighbor's
goat's
sometimes.
penis was that large.
The problem is, right? Like, you do need to tell people stop being jealous of each other. It's not worth killing each other over. Stop
No,
it,
you're
Kane.
just-
It's bad.
You,
But then
you
again,
guys
Abel
had to.
stole his fucking sacrifices, so you know maybe he had a point.
Are
You
we
guys
fucking
totally
plugging? Holy
missed-
shit!
Yeah.
No,
Well, you guys totally missed the fact that I was just like, what if he's jealous of the goat itself? And he was just like, I wish he would groom me like he grooms his goat.
That one was really funny.
that was good. All right, are we
I was
plugging?
laughing, but it got cut out.
Oh,
I
that
don't know.
What's
What's the
it
plug
plugged?
anyway?
You can find me at Captain Blackbread on YouTube. Put spaces between the words, please. You'll find me. And even a playlist of the issue crew that has me. Every episode with me in it. I don't remember making this, but somebody did. Anyway, you can find me there, where you can also find the bigger, black, breadier cast. There's only one episode still. We've had some issues. I had to work on a car. That was hell and almost my issue today, but I have it back home, so I can't really complain. That being said, Demigloom, you want to talk about some fucking nostalgic cartoons?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Fuck
Worf.
yeah.
All
I'm in.
right.
I've always been in. I'm always in on this show. What are you talking about? I got bread recipes.
Yes, okay, perfect. So you guys want to try recording tomorrow?
I'm
Sure.
recording a different show tomorrow, but
Wednesday?
Okay. Yeah, Wednesday?
I could try. I can probably make that work.
All right. And then email us at theissuecrew at gmail.com. And if you want to hear yourself on the show, you can call this number.
Or if you just want to complain at us.
Yeah, you can call this number. There's this number that you can call, and that number is 727 487-1137. Hear yourself on the issue crew, and for the love of fuck, it's really important. You gotta get out there and vote. You gotta do it. We're not gonna win. I'm not gonna win if you don't vote for my problems. And I'm not even Donald Trump anymore. I've changed into Hotel Mario.
Most toasted. Toast.
Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have ended the fucking show. This is a horrible bit. Please change it back. I'm coming back. Donald Trump is coming back. Oh, I'm changing back. Riely, please.
Anyways,
My
I'm
issues,
Warficus.
dreams.
You can find me at True Warficus on X. Please come send me your complaints. I would love to talk to you about my religion.
My issues, dreams.
My issue was Perverts.
My issue was the pants one.
My issue
You'll know
was
when
the
you see
Pagan
it.
problem.
And we'll see you next time, folks. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, that's a great way to end it.